been running for a while now to tell you guys this. The government has tried to arrest us. Still, justice will prevail. It all began in the year 2013. Clownfish had been spotted around the Arctic ice shelves. The sea level had risen by 2 meters, and portions of dry land previously inhabited were now submerged in water.
Everyone knew it was coming, but all warnings were ignored. CO2 emissions led to an evil circle of ever-increasing temperature. The ice's albedo was diminishing, so it melted. Other greenhouse gases were released from their imprisonment in the ice. This only accelerated the warming of the planet further. By 2016, nations such as the Netherlands or Denmark had their governments in exile, as major portions of the territory governed was lost to the waves. By 2016, nations such as the Netherlands and Denmark had their governments in exile, as major portions of the territory governed was lost to the waves.
Bra. 40 years later, all ice caps had been long gone. Eastern China was all but lost, and hundreds of millions died in the largest cataclysm mankind had ever faced.
In 130,
20 some years later, the world was deprived of all major bodies of water. The remnants of humanity had fled to subterranean cities and to newly established colonies in the solar system. The human had lost its dominance over Earth. Creatures known as scavengers had begun appearing. They started terrorizing settlements, and so humanity rallied behind a single banner. But the greed of man took over, and in the end, democracy devolved into an Orwellian world of mass surveillance and forced birth control. So, why did this happen? What could have been done to prevent this ecological disaster? Firstly, the extraction of fossil fuel and the continued usage of it led to an unwillingness to refrain from it and to pursue sustainable alternatives. Secondly, man's naivete led to it not realizing its mistake until it was too late to remedy. Rainforests had been ravaged and their inhabitants displaced. Variation marine life nearly ceased existing entirely as myriad species were wiped out. Truly, mankind faced a catastrophe unprecedented in history. Even though the evidence for utter annihilation of modern consumer lifestyles was blatant, Earth was still squeezed dry to the last drop of oil, the last ingot of iron, and the last piece of coal. Humanity never learned from history, and sought after resources were fought over. These battles left thousands of slain in their wake. Several local exchanges of nuclear weapons took place, and even more gruesome weapons of mass destruction saw usage.
In the end, it all comes down to one thing. The single thing that let the great age silently pass as remnants of humanity cowered in their caves was one thing. You not taking 5-minute showers.
Det var allt. Nu kan vi gå.